let me tell you a little story before we go home, Sakura. The story is about two little pigs. The older, and by far the smarter pig, let's call him Vincent, warned the younger and naughtier pig, we'll call her Sakura, to build a strong house to protect her from the big, bad wolf.
If I were you, I'd build a strong house to protect yourself from the big bad wolf.
But the naughty little pig ignored the smarter, older pig.
I'm not afraid of the big bad wolf. He can kiss my arse. And I dare say he doesn't even exist.
But the big bad wolf did exist, and one night he came along and ate the little pig. A word to the wise, Sakura. Do as you're told. Now let's go home, little one.
Oh my god. That story was horrible. How could Vincent tell Sakura that story?
I dare say he's trying to teach her a lesson.
What does dare say mean? And you still haven't explained, if I were you, and, a word to the wise.
Let's start with the word dare say. Dare say can be put at the beginning or end of a statement to tell people that you believe something is true. I dare say your cat is not going to say hello to me. Your cat is not going to say hello to me, I dare say. It's also used to agree with a person.
My cat must be in a bad mood. I haven't fed her for a couple of days.
I dare say you're right. Do note, dare say is considered a little formal and somewhat old-fashioned. Let's now look at the expression, a word to the wise. A word to the wise is used to give advice or a warning. Usually, the amount of information I give you is very small, as I am assuming you are smart enough to understand my meaning without me having to give you a long explanation.
A word to the wise. My dears, you might want to change clothes before you go in.
I told you this was a church, not an ice cream shop.
How was I to know?
Idiot.
The last thing we're going to look at today is the conditional sentence, if I were you, I would infinitive. This structure is used a lot to give advice or a warning to someone. The structure used is if I were plus the object, I would infinitive. We can also switch the sentence around. I would infinitive if I were object. If I were you, I wouldn't drive my scooter home. You've had too much to drink.
And I would stop telling me what to do, if I were you.
Just note, to make the conditional sentence negative, use not after would. If I were object, I would not infinitive. If I were you, I wouldn't ride my scooter home. I would not infinitive if I were object. I wouldn't ride my scooter home if I were you.